We've been threatening to let viruses wipe us out for years. One finally called our bluff.
After the deadliest day yet, social media is dubbing the infected the reclaimed.
Some say it's the planet's attempt to reclaim balance by killing us all off.
You shouldn't be out here alone.
You are.
Yeah, well, I'm not an idiot.
How's your head?
I've got amnesia. I was in a car accident. I was with Emma. We were driving to the lake.
Keep your amnesia to yourself. People today are looking for weaknesses in others.
How do you two know each other? I lost someone, too. She's helping me find her. My memories are a confusing blur. Maybe it's for the best. Because right now, my life is something I'd rather forget. Just wondering if it's safe out here alone.
I'm not alone. Got Myrtle.
That's a dangerous thing, you know, thinking the worst about people, especially in times like these. That looks bad.
Anything else in here?
Just poison.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I am here with Lowell Dean, the writer and director of Die Alone, along with it's Friday. I apologize. Actor Douglas Smith, and you don't even have. I mean, it's in a polite way. You don't have a hard name, and why I can't say Douglas Smith, I'm not sure. Who plays Ethan in the upcoming film? How are you guys today?
Good. How are you doing?
Movie's coming out October 18th. Feeling good about it?
Yeah, always. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. This is a little different for me, but mostly excited. Yeah.
Excited. What about you, Douglas?
Yeah, I'm excited. I want people to see this movie. I'm really, I don't know, proud of what we created. I don't know if that's a dorky thing to say, but I really love what we made, and I hope that it gets seen by people, because I don't know, I think is it weird? It's like a sweet little love letter, like wrapped in a gooey, gory box or something.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's technically a monster film, right? That's technically what you all made. So
Yeah.
I have to ask though, Douglas, your outfit is kind of similar to what Ethan wore. Did you do that on
Is it?
purpose, or is that just your aesthetic?
Just me. That's me. I have a few pieces of clothing. I guess the costume designer let me have a lot of say in the costumes that Ethan wore, and so did Lowell. And maybe it's just that. It was a Hawaiian shirt. This is flannel. This is fall in New York, and that is summer in Saskatchewan. So it's different.
But it's a good look. I would wear that jacket. I like it.
It's true.
Thanks.
All right, to get into the actual interview. I'm sorry, guys, I'm taking up y'all's time. Lowell, tell us about how this movie came to be. Y'all technically made a zombie movie, but it's not a zombie movie, and it's about vegetative dead undead things. So how did that happen?
Yeah, what you said is actually exactly right. I think when I started to develop this film, it was over 10 years ago. And I think that version, the first few drafts of the script, it was a far more conventional zombie movie. But then as it took years and years and years to get made, and years and years and years of zombie movies came out, I had to keep rewriting and change the script and tweak the script. And I noticed I was getting less and less interested in the zombie of it all, and more interested in these characters. And I would cut characters and prune the tree of the script and really start focusing more and more love on just a handful of characters. And by the time I reached I would say, I don't know what number of draft, but the one that was closest to what we ended up shooting, it really became this weird movie about like, how far would you go for the people you love, set against the backdrop of an apocalypse. And the handful of characters that remained, I just really loved, and they felt very fleshed out, like Ethan, May, they're at the heart of it.
That was actually sorry, really quick follow-up. That was actually a question I had. You only have like 10 or 12 people in this cast. Did you do that? Was that primarily budgeting, sorry to ask, or did you really just want a very finite size so that we can fall in love with these characters individually?
I think necessity brought me to that version of the script. The first versions were too big of budget. They had too many people. There was a lot going on. I think there was a third wheel at one point. There was like, it wasn't just Ethan and Emma. Emma had a brother, and it was the three of them, and he had to die. So there's like all these things happening. And then I had like a harsh realization about 5 years ago where it's like, no one's going to make this movie. It's too weird. I'm going to make the budget so small that I can shoot this tomorrow with my friends and no one will stop me. And so that I cut almost all the characters. So, which is a good thing because my partner, who's actually a producer on the film, her biggest criticism of my scripts is she's like, too much going on, too many people, less characters, less characters. So by the time we got to this version, I'm going to use it as a lesson for myself moving forward as I write. Do I need this character? Or is by adding them, am I taking away more character development to the other characters? So, yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of characters, Douglas, Ethan is, of course, the main guy that we're following throughout the film. What were your thoughts, try not to get into any spoilers, especially about the end? What were your thoughts when you first read him and then you read his twist? What was going through your head?
You know, when I first read it, I kind of expected it to be maybe too big for its britches. You know, I like, you know, because it starts with some action and then you're in the house. And then I began to really enjoy the fact that we just stayed at that house and then you leave and then back there. And then as the movie swirled around, I really felt like it. I think I said this earlier. It's not Rashomon, but it's like you're seeing, you know, it's Rashomon. You see the same thing from different points of view, and it's all a little different. It started to take on a bit of that quality, and then I was thinking, you know, if they get a really cool house, a really cool location, this could be really neat. This could, you know, we could do something really special on the, you know, on a like an independent Canadian budget scale. And I thought, you know, I was really excited at that. And then, you know, at the time it was supposed to shoot in British Columbia. I was raised in British Columbia and, you know, that's cool, but I don't know. I'm much happier that it ended up getting shot in Saskatchewan because I just really think that British Columbia is beautiful, but there is just something really special about the flat plains with the sunset and that house that they found, and the way they built the inside of the house in the weeks prior to it. There's a great video that's all edited together of everything that went into that, and it's just amazing. And I just think that, you know, I just think that shooting it in Saskatchewan was really, really good for the film. And so I'm so glad that it fell apart in the fall when it was going to be British Columbia.
Awesome. It was beautiful. Well, that was actually a question. So the scenery, including some of the creatures, is that a character in of itself? Because there were long pans of characters, of monsters. Did you purposely want to make that into its own character, or am I just looking too deep into it?
No, I think you're looking just deep enough. I think we absolutely wanted it to feel like a lived-in world, and the creatures were important, but also this isn't a conventional horror film at all. It's more about the human drama. So we show creatures, and there are creatures, but I mean, like I think some of the best thrillers like this, the humans are the real thing. The humans are the real threat. The humans are the real question. The creatures are just the creatures. They exist in this world, and you know, it's no, I fully agree with what you said.
May had a great line to go along with that. It's, you know, the humans are the ones that are going extinct, and I love that. So that was just a wonderful line. Douglas, we see Ethan have to experience a new life almost every single day. We find out why, but we see him have to relive this every single day. What got you into that mind space to play a slightly new version of the same thing over and over and over again? What did you have to do to get yourself there?
You know, the way we shot it, it was I kind of just stayed in this sort of fugue like state, and then we would amp things up sometimes by playing Kylie Minogue on set. You know, you remember that? And like, you know, I just I kind of just got into a flow state with the character and just kind of like just kind of let it roll, I guess. It's kind of hard to articulate. There was a nice sort of trust and a vibe that like was created by the crew and Lowell, and I felt very free to just explore the levels of how far gone Ethan would be in the scene, or how normal and just normal driven searching man, and like, where is my girlfriend? I've got to find her. We've mentioned The Searchers a couple of times earlier today. It's a film I really love, and Paris, Texas, and I think this is kind of like a zombie version of that.
That's a great way to look at it. It's a wonderful way to look at it. Lowell, my last question is for you. Why, you've already mentioned that you wanted to bring the characters out as the primary point, but why a love story?
I just like writing things I haven't done, and write things about life that, I connect with, or experiences. And I mean, I want to do it all. I want to make a thriller. I want to make a family drama. I want to make an action movie. But more than anything, when I started writing scripts, I wanted to make a love story. So it took a long time to get made, far longer than the movies like Wolf Cop, but it's just as important to me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Die Alone is available on digital and on demand on October 18th. Thank you, Lowell. Thank you, Douglas. And y'all have a wonderful day. Cannot wait for the movie to release.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.